If you're in the market to hire an agency or freelancer to revamp your company's digital marketing strategy, then the first step you're going to need to take is going to be to hop on an initial consultation call with them. But how do you prepare ahead of time so that you can get as much value as possible from this initial consultation call while also being able to vet the agency or freelancer on the other side to ensure that they're going to be able to help your company achieve its marketing and sales goals? Well, you're in luck because in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down everything you need to know to properly prepare for this initial consultation call. Everything we're talking about today is based on my experience running my own consultancy as an independent strategist, working for various agencies and being on the other end of those sales calls, and finally, through various sales courses I've taken specific to the marketing industry, which is all to say that I have a pretty solid understanding of the types of questions you're likely to face in this initial consultation call, and I'm going to be using all this information to prepare you as effectively as possible in today's video. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. How's it going? If you're new here, my name is Bailey Canning. I'm an independent marketing strategist based in Boulder, Colorado. If you're interested in branding, web design development, and digital marketing, then definitely subscribe to my channel because I'm putting out at least one video per week covering one of those topics. So if you're a marketing director or a business owner and you're looking to grow your company through digital marketing, then you're definitely not going to want to miss out any of the videos I'm putting together. With that shameless plug now out of the way, let's get into today's video. Before I break down all the questions you're likely to face on a marketing strategy call, let me first just cover what the actual purpose is from both sides of the equation here. Now, when we think about it from the agency / freelancer perspective, what their goal should be is to ask you a series of questions so that they can learn more about your company, and then based on everything you've told them, they should be willing to give you their honest advice. And honestly, if it's not a good fit for them, they should be happily willing to refer you to an agency or freelancer in their network, which is something I always do. From your perspective, you should be looking to evaluate and vet the agency / freelancer to make sure that they're going to be able to be a good cultural and professional fit for whatever you're looking to achieve from a marketing standpoint. The best areas to evaluate them are going to be on their expertise, their process, and whatever case studies they can provide you with. But one piece of advice I would have here is to not overlook the human element. So even if you're impressed by their portfolio, if you don't feel a genuine human connection and you don't think you're going to enjoy working with this person or this team in the future, then that is definitely something you're going to want to consider, because honestly, the marketing industry is a client service industry. You're going to be working with these people day in, day out, jumping on calls, exchanging emails, etc. So you really want to make sure that you actually can see yourself enjoying working with these people, because they're essentially going to become like a part of your company once you hire them. Now let's transition to talking about what types of questions you're likely to field on this marketing strategy call. So whenever I'm on an initial consultation call with a prospective client, the first question I always ask is, describe your company to me. And by this, I'm just opening the floor for the prospective client on the other end to tell me about the history of their company, what services it provides, what the competitive landscape looks like, where they mainly find their clients, and really just anywhere they want to get started with. So once I've gotten a quick overview of their company, the next question I always ask is, what exactly are your marketing and sales goals? There's no way I could properly advise someone in good conscience what marketing strategies they should be pursuing if I have not taken the time to actually learn about what their marketing and sales goals are. So be prepared to discuss what your goals are for potentially engaging with an agency or freelancer in the first place. Now, once they've told me what their marketing goals are, the next question I ask is, what marketing strategies are you currently pursuing to achieve those goals? This is very important from my end because I need to understand what they've been doing and if they've been having any success in that area, or if they haven't, what are the challenges that they're running into. This way, again, I can provide them with better advice that is custom tailored to their exact situation. The next question I ask is, what are the biggest challenges your company is currently facing from a marketing standpoint? This allows me to understand what the core challenges in the company's business are and pinpoint specific areas where their current marketing efforts are likely falling short. Next question I ask is, who is your target customer or client? When it comes to marketing, it's all about having a specific message to a specific type of person. And that's why it's very important for me to understand who exactly we may be trying to reach in a future website and marketing project. If you can come to the meeting prepared to discuss what the lifetime value of a client is to your business, that is very helpful for the agency or freelancer as well, just so that they know how much a potential website and marketing plan could provide to your business in terms of return on investment. The next question I ask is, what does success look like for your company from a marketing standpoint? And with this question, what I'm really going after is, what are the key performance indicators or KPIs that ultimately I am going to be held responsible for helping you achieve? So this could be revenue, this could be leads, whatever it is. Come prepared to discuss what the key marketing metrics are that are going to impact the bottom line of your company. Next question I like to ask is, where has most of your marketing and sales success come from in the past? And the reason why I ask this question is because oftentimes, if a company has had any sort of success, they obviously have one or two marketing channels that have produced some business results for them. So whatever that is, I'm looking for a way that we can potentially amplify the impact of that channel or strategy and get us some quick wins in the early going of us working together. So those are the general questions I ask in the first 20 or so minutes of an initial consultation call. Obviously, those are just starter questions, and I might ask some follow-up questions, but those are the general lines of things I'd like to talk about. I probably will also ask something like, is there anything else you want to talk about before I give you my advice? Then, once we've covered all that, I will then transition to outlining what I would recommend based on everything that they've told me up until this point. Once I outline what a general marketing strategy would look like, then I start to detail what the process would be to ultimately achieve that. This is going to be very dependent on where the client currently stands. So maybe if they've just had their website redesigned and it looks really good, then obviously we don't need to talk about redesigning the website. And in that case, we can just go straight to marketing, driving traffic, generating leads, etc. However, most of the time when clients come to me, I would say probably over 80% of the time, their website needs serious work. And honestly, that might be the entire reason why they're struggling to generate success from their marketing efforts, because a website is your company's online marketing foundation. If you have a weak foundation, obviously, whatever is built on top of that foundation is likely going to struggle as well. Definitely use the process as a way to vet potential project partners. The reason why the process is so important, especially in a creative industry like marketing, the only way to guarantee, or at least come as close as possible to guaranteeing consistent quality project outcomes, is for the agency or freelancer you're working with to have a detailed, thoroughly outlined process that they follow all the time that is able to consistently achieve results for their clients. Next thing that we need to touch on is the timeline. So what I always tell my clients, if we're doing a brand refresh or a website redesign project, then we need to get that done in 60 to 90 days. So essentially 1 quarter of business. And that is because we want to get the website up and running and then start driving traffic and generating leads via a ongoing marketing plan. But we can't do any marketing really until the website has been redesigned. And that's why it's very important to ensure that the agency or freelancer you hire is able to do it in a 60 to 90 day timeframe window. I was just talking to a marketing director recently, and they told me how last summer they had hired an agency to potentially get the project done by the end of the summer, and it's now February 29th, leap year day, and it's still not done. They are still in design, she was telling me, and it's been going on for 8 months. Meanwhile, in those 8 months, the company still has a very outdated, bland-looking WordPress website that is not doing anything from a marketing perspective for them. Now, if you're able to jump straight into marketing because you have a well-designed website, the timeline is obviously going to look a bit different. In that case, I would probably look at it in terms of what quick wins are we going to be able to get in those first 1 to 3 months working together, and then what is months 3 to 6 to 9 to 12 will look like, because honestly, any competent, well thought out marketing strategy is going to take several months to truly see results from. Make sure that the agency or freelancer you're talking with is going to be able to provide you a specific, clear-cut timeline on when you can expect specific deliverables and when you can expect specific results to be achieved. All right, now we got to talk about everybody's favorite subject, and that is money. Now, you should never leave a marketing intro call not knowing what the budget range is for everything you just talked about. The way I handle this with my clients is I give them a range on what they can expect to pay based on everything they told me, and then I'll generally try and clarify where exactly within that range things are going to fall and how much budget they have to work with. We're touching on the fact of what I talked about in terms of lifetime customer value. That is very important to understand from your perspective, because then you know how much your company can afford to budget on this website or digital marketing plan. For example, maybe a new client that your business signs is worth $5,000. If the agency or freelancer is able to get you 10 new clients per month, then that is going to be $50,000 in revenue before expenses. And that way you at least have a general idea on both a monthly, quarterly, and year-long basis how much you can afford to invest in marketing and what the potential return return on investment is going to be there. At this point in the call, I'm basically done presenting my ideas and outlining the process, timeline, and budget. Now I open the floor up to the person I'm talking to and ask them if there's anything else they would like to discuss, or if they have any questions that they want answered based on everything that I just talked about. So in terms of next steps, what generally happens here is if they are not a good fit to work with me, or I'm not a good fit to work with them, then I will look to find them someone in my network, either another agency or another freelancer who is going to be able to better serve them. Now, if we are both interested in moving forward and potentially working with each other, generally, if it's a more complex project, I'll look to set up a follow-up meeting just to make sure we're on the same page of the details of the project and what the engagement would look like before moving forward. If it's a little bit more of a straightforward project and the client is ready to get started right away, then I will look to send over a proposal to get started on a potential engagement. In conclusion, while the exact questions you may get asked on this intro call may differ, really the frame that I outlined here should be exactly the same, and that is going to be whoever you're talking with, the prospective agency or freelancer on the other end, they should be coming from a place of wanting to learn about your business and your company's history and its background and what it's exactly is looking to accomplish from a marketing and sales perspective in order to provide you with the best advice possible. They should not be selling you right away. The way marketing is going these days, the only marketing plan that works is something that is hyper specific to your company's current situation and its goals and the exact types of clients it's trying to serve. So that's it for me on this one, guys. I hope you got a lot of value out of it. If you did, definitely subscribe to my channel because like I said, I'm putting out 1 to 2 videos per week all about branding, web design, and digital marketing. If you're a marketing director or business owner, or even a director of a nonprofit, and you're looking to revamp your current digital marketing strategy, then of course, definitely feel free to book a strategy call with me to talk about everything that I just outlined in this video. Again, I will take the time to learn about your company, its goals, its objectives, what challenges it's currently facing, and anything else you'd like to tell me. And then based on that information, I will provide you with an actionable website and digital marketing game plan to achieve the results you're after. So if you want to book time with me, link in the description. You can just fill out a quick form and then you'll be able to book time directly on my calendar. So if that's you, I look forward to connecting. In the meantime, subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment if you have any questions. I'll try to get back to you. And without further ado, I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.